At this point, everything is a scam. Everything is manipulated. I think anything is possible going forward. Really disappointed at missed opportunities. Really big missed opportunities. I mean, Friday was the beginning of this huge breakout, and it opened up pretty much and ran up above price target. So at this point, um, I'm not looking forward. I'm not anticipating anything. I'm just reacting. I'm just seeing strength. Volume is high, but not extremely too high. But I am not seeing a. I'm not anticipating a breakout. And of course, it just continued to push. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's too late to chase. But look at the trend is up, and once it broke out of this level, I should have known it was just gonna push. Not only the volume extremely high, but the option volumes. Let me show you the options. These guys right here, the option volumes were extremely high, not only for that week, but the next week, which is right now the current week, October 16th. I mean, these option volumes were so high. You can clearly see that they were gonna push it, and they were gonna push the heck out of the whole entire market. The big candidate, of course, was Amazon and Apple, anticipating whatever it was. I didn't know at the time, but now in hindsight, it is of course the Apple 5G phone, the Apple 5G phones, the big tech revolutionary technology for the new decade, 5G, and I mean it's just push and push, and I mean the trend continues to be higher, but you don't want to chase. But I should have gotten at this retracement right here back to VWAP. Well, not really VWAP, but they're never going to give it back to VWAP when there's that much strength. Volume continues to be high. Not watching the options. If they're watching the options, I would have seen signals that this was pretty much the level that they were going to support. And look at all these support candle right before VWAP. Should have loaded up. I mean, this is the only opportunity to load up if you didn't catch the run up. And of course, it's above price target, so it's a breakout. Anytime you went above price target, normally at price target you would expect a retracement, no retracement, so this is a classic breakout. And here, look at the trend is higher. The trend is higher, of course. Here you see it's going higher and higher. I mean, this thing is just going and going. Really not turning back at any point. If you kind of counter trend, you're gonna get burned. Because you're saying, well, it's gonna have to turn back at some point. It's option expiration. This is Friday option expiration, so maybe at 1250 or bounce above 1250, a little bit of a retracement below 1232.50. I mean, bounce above 32.50, a little bit of retracement below it, but then guess what? More pushing, complete pushing, and of course they're gonna get it all the way close to 3,300. The after hours, of course, got to 3,300, but this was close enough, and they held it, went all the way 32.86. Kept going, and where did it end for the day? Well, it ended about right here. This was the next price target. 3,300 is the next price target. After hour, it did hit it. And so what happened on Monday? Oh, gapped up way above price target. Huge gap up. At this point, I was thinking, this is so much strength that you really, I mean, you can't even anticipate a reversal at this point. I mean, let's look at the strength in the here's Monday right here. Look at that strength in the pre-market. This is so much strength in the pre-market that you really can't do anything. You can't even replay the reversal on the gap up because that's just so much strength. And let's get rid of the pre-market. Look at that strength, and it's just continuing to push all this missed opportunity. Continue to push, push, push. Wow, unbelievable. At this point, like I said, anything is possible. What's the price target? 32.50. When it gets to 32.50, a minor retracement. I mean 34.50. Minor retracement at 34.50 all the way. I mean, this is decent retracement, but then more power to it. And got all the way up. Where did it get all the way up to? Wow, all the way up to almost 3,500. Then there should be a retracement. Should be a retracement once it gets to that level. And yes, there it is, the retracement. Complete manipulation, complete scam. You cannot. I mean, then they went wow all the way back. Where did they get all the way back down to? Yeah, 34, about 34.50. And then what did it do today? I mean, they're not gonna give up all this gain. This is way so much gains from Friday, Monday. They're not gonna give this up. And here it is. Try to bring it back up. This is all manipulation, all options manipulation. Bring it, but of course they couldn't reach it to the top, so it failed. The trend, it fell back to VWAP and all the way back down. Look at that, all the way back down. Of course, there was some bad news on Apple about the 5G phone not having the a survey saying that not many participants are going to be interested in buying the 5G phone, only 10%, I believe. But look at that. Mine, I mean, went all the way, and then it went all the way back down. So what's going to happen at this point? I mean, here's the big picture. The breakout on Friday passed above price target 3,200, then all the way up to 3,300, almost broke 3,300. Breakout, and they didn't want to give this up. So what is going to happen? Probably they're not going to give this up, not yet, but eventually they will give it up. Why? Because look, you got to look at the option volume. The option volume is going to tell you the picture. So look at all this option volume on the 3500, all the way, all these option volume. 3600 also have now almost 10,000. 3450, 14,000. Look at the puts. Really nothing on the puts. So they are still going to try to get this guy going. So I'm looking. This is the 3500, of course. Yeah, this is the most volume, so this is the one I'm paying attention the most. Looking at these candles, looking at the trend. And of course today, look at that, it went back down to this 100-day moving average before it bounced, and now look at the closer, right at the 100-day moving average. You can't make this up. So right now they are going to play around with this options. Of course, the bear wants to move any. I think any weakness, paying attention to this option volume, and right now the 3500 still has the most option volume, but they may switch it to the 3600, or whatever it may be, the 3400 if it continues to go down. If it continues to go down below the 3400, then the 3400 will have the most option volume. That would indicate that they are going to try to push 3400, but right now 3500 is the target. The volume is a little bit going down, therefore that would indicate though the put volumes, really no put volumes whatsoever. Maybe the 3400 right here on the puts. I need to probably track the 3400. Has some decent volume, but is only 7,000 right now. Tomorrow, need to take a look at this guy. Continue to monitor it to see if there's any activity. But look at the 3,400 puts. Yeah, this is the 3,400 puts. Um, yeah, that is the 3,400 puts. Let me go back to putting this. So tracking this is really the two main, having them counter side by side and seeing how they maneuver. So there's some activities on this one. Of course, once it reaches this level, it retrace. This is the 100-day moving average. This is the 100-day moving average on the 3,500. So what is gonna happen tomorrow? Don't know, don't care. It probably, to me, probably gonna have some more instability, more volatility. Just follow the discipline. The strategy is still working. Follow the trend. And so the trend right now is what is the trend right now? Let's take a look. The trend right now is undetermined. Going to go to let me try another one. Bring it back. So right now, looking at the 15-minute candle, yeah, there is really not much of a trend. Bias might be in the negative side. So there may be a negative bias at this point, but we don't know. It's the front runner will determine which way it's gonna go. It might just gap up. It is a lower low on the highs and the low. Well, not really on the low, I guess, but it's a lower high. So I'm not gonna guess a trend at this point. All I can say is looking at this yellow line, is oscillating, it's holding steady. The daily, of course. Yeah, I mean, are they gonna push it above 3,500? Any retrace, I think that's the target right now. Is still 3,500. Any retracement, the final target is gonna be the 3,500. As long as the option volume continues to be strong, as long as you continue to watch the option volume, this is going to be the key. And all this missed opportunity. If I would have gotten this on Friday, 15 all the way to 70, this is so much missed opportunity on the option. But I'm hoping to get it at some point as long as I continue to monitor this. If it gets down to 20 and then the volume starts to pick up, going down to 20 would mean this is being going down to 3,400. So if there's a somewhat of a reversal tomorrow, never know. You gotta watch. I gotta watch the VIX as well. The VIX was showing yeah, some strength today, but it abandoned it. May regather strength, so it's hard to say exactly what's going on. But there is so much strength in this market for whatever reason. The push is of course all the tech stocks. The push is all the major stocks showing push of every sort. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what to say except that I mean the string trades. Look at Roku just going. Wow, this is just I mean it's just complete scam, complete manipulation. Once they break out, they're gonna go. So Domino Pizza, weakness. Weakness found support right here on the 100, and then it went. Jeez, I was watching this and I missed this run up. I mean, there's just so many opportunities at this point. And will there be a crash coming? It can happen too. Anything is possible at this point. This run up is complete manipulation. I am positive this run up is complete manipulation. It is just a scam run up. For the anticipate, I don't know why they just all of a sudden just pushed it. Well, of course it was the iPhone, but I mean, how do you just get it to go like that? If it can just go like that at any point, just a breakout, I guess. This is a Friday, it just broke out and kept going up. Of course, if it can go up like this, it can go down like this. I mean, at any point, it can go down like this for whatever bad news that can be generated at any time. I don't trust anything. Of course, if it's going to go reverse, I would expect to see the option volumes on the puts to start climbing. Right now, the option puts are really too low to be anticipating a reversal. Maybe next week. Maybe next week after all the manipulations are done on these options and they made a shitload of money on these options. Maybe next week they'll reverse it and start buying the puts. If that's the case, you're going to see a lot of option volumes on the puts, and it's going to be the exact opposite right now. All you can say is this is so much volume on the calls that I would say any reversal tomorrow, opportunities to get in if the volume starts to go up. I mean, They can push this at any time again. At any time again, it can just regain strength and start pushing on Amazon. I was just so disappointed because I said that Amazon was gonna be pushed. Of course, I said that last week because of all the price upgrade, not last week, the week before last. At this point right here in the early October, I was saying Amazon is going to get pushed, and then I forgot about it because it didn't get pushed for whatever reason. Well, that's because it's all manipulation, and they chose Friday. They chose Friday to push it, and then they continue to push it on Monday. And well, I guess um, yeah, I don't know if this is a pittering out or it's just a consolidation before a continued push. At this point, yeah, all I'm making is I made 2100 today, but nothing spectacular. Still waiting to pick up on these options. Really want to pick up on the cause options, I guess. That's where I'm gonna expect to make the most money is on these cause options. The 3500, if there's any weakness, expecting to get something for a continued push later on this week. Yesterday, Monday was a disappointment as well. Not necessarily because I missed the opportunity, but because I again failed to follow my discipline. This $1,000 loss was a counter trend. I don't know why I'm keep counter trending on stupid stuff when I knew Monday. It was so strong on Monday on the option volume and the strength on Monday. Well, I just couldn't believe the strength on Monday. That's why I counter trend. I forget where I counter trend at. But I didn't even counter trend at a good level. I was just seeing strength yesterday and then started counter trending, anticipating a counter trend, wherever level I anticipate. I think it was like 24, 34, 25, which I don't even know why I thought 34.25. I mean, maybe because there's so much strength here, but that's not a level. That's not a level on these. I mean, at 34.50, maybe I could have counter trend here. And of course, the perfect counter trend was up here when it didn't reach to 3,500. This was a perfect counter trend, and I didn't even get this part. I mean, this is just complete BS, complete stupidity. Just picking random prices to think that you're gonna counter trend, and that's why you lose 1,000 for no particular reason. Otherwise, it would have been a decent day. Still are small potatoes compared to what I need to make. Because these opportunities don't come along very often, and I completely missed it on Monday, and of course Friday. So, is it too late? Man, it feels like it. I always feel like it's too late. To be honest, I mean, it feels like all of this gang right here is already too late, but you never know. If the option volume continue to be high, right now it's starting to peter out, and that may indicate that it may be too late. But if it gathers strength again, it's going to be important to start continue to monitor. Right now, it's sticking right at the 100-day moving average. Let's see how it gaps tomorrow, whether it gaps up, gaps down. And it's gonna, yeah, any strength on these option volume. And it may not be tomorrow. It may be Thursday when they're gonna or Friday. I mean, one of these days, I'm anticipating they're gonna continue to push on Amazon. Amazon just feels like at this point that it wants to go and break out to whatever level up here, 3,500 and above. I mean, that's where the final target. It's definitely gonna go above at this point before probably even break this point. I mean, I can't see how it won't break this by Black Friday. So Amazon is still prime for complete run up before the Black Friday and of course the seasonal holiday for December. But it may retrace before that. Who knows? It may retrace all the way down to this level. You never know how the manipulator is gonna push things down before they reverse it. So, but opportunities will come again, and as long as you continue to monitor these options, there's gonna be times where you're gonna see so much volume like this, and you just gotta get in, because they're gonna push it, and they're gonna push the heck out of it. Let's look at some other candidates, see how they are behaving. At this point, yeah, CMG, Chipotle. I mean, this one is, oh gosh, look at that. It's even broke out today. Of course, Domino Pizza, Roku, TTD continue to just run the heck. I mean, I don't know. Jeez. I mean, this thing just continues to run. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is just. How did they just continue to run this? This is like another Tesla. They just run it. And of course, now Roku broke out, and yeah, Spotify broke out. Shopify continues to be good. I mean, all these is just so these high flyers are just so bullish at this point. They're just trying to squeeze the shorts. There's not much opportunities except to look for any weakness that may come on some of these. I guess I don't know why the airlines are so weak today. I need to look at it, but they are like Boeing, Booking, and the oil stocks. All the I guess the COVID case related stocks are weak today for whatever reason. But the tech stocks, the big major, the high flying tech stocks are really strong. Let me take a look at Tesla, see what's going on. Tesla, of course, yeah, it looks like it's gonna break out. At any point, this guy is gonna break out. It just wanted a breakout. So Tesla's still looking strong. Apple, of course, got the bad news, but it didn't. I mean, barely any retracement on the bad news. Went down to price level on this one, and bounced a little bit, and then of course once it reached to the 100, reverse. So what is going on with Apple? Is it a good candidate? Nah, I don't think it's gonna be anything but a monitoring candidate at this point. Apple, the news on Apple was not positive, so this is not really a stock that I would think is a good candidate for performance, compared to some of the other stocks. There's so many other ones that's better: Amazon, Tesla, any of the high flyers that'll any showing any weakness. Even Nvidia is probably a better candidate, even though earnings should be coming up. Although there is some report that Nvidia is now expecting a weakness after this next 2 quarters are going to be strong, but then they're pretty much priced out. But who knows? When you got these high flying candidates, as long as it's not directly bad news like Apple, it's gonna continue to fly. Yeah, there's really not much opportunities other than to just wait for something to show up. There's just I mean, all the high flyers have already flown. You just gotta maybe watch for breakout things like what happened, any weakness on any one of these stocks. There may be breakout candidates for whatever reason, like today for Chipotle, CRM. Take a look at that list, and yeah, Chipotle broke out. Any potential for shorting? I don't know. It's hard to short on this market, even though everything is so ripe. There's got to be some short candidates somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. And yeah, any one of these short candidates they can just squeeze at this point. So the only thing that would want to monitor for shorts is the VIX. If there's some continued strength on the VIX like today, this VIX today was a good monitoring device to see the reversal. When this was going up, of course, Amazon started going down. That's all I can say. Nothing else except going to just continue with the strategy for tomorrow. The strategy has been working. It's all a scam. It's all traps. Anything is possible. It's all manipulation. The manipulation candles are showing, I mean, they are showing the direction of the stocks right on the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes. They would just pop it to the direction they want. Price target for breakout. Of course, I gotta continue to follow the trend. Counter trend is what gonna kill me, so just continue to try to follow the trend. And of course, the option volume. The option volume is gonna show me which way they want to make it, which one is gonna break out. And potentially, whether it be tomorrow, probably not tomorrow, but hopefully either Thursday or Friday. These options will give me opportunity to get in for a nice gain. Yeah, that's all I can say right now. Nothing else to write home about. So I am not going to guess at this point because anything is possible.